to stream. All right. So, hello and welcome to Dungeons and Magi. This is our talk show behind the curtain. In this show, we discuss the scenes of Dungeons and Magi, characters, sessions, what's going on, all of that kind of stuff. Just a reminder, you will see all of our sponsors scrolling through, along with our normal character sheets. Please check out all the sponsors. Their websites are on each individual slide. We want to thank them for sponsoring us. Today, we have a few members that couldn't make it. A few members aren't feeling good, so we will excuse them for the time being, I suppose. The cool thing about today is we are celebrating our 1 year anniversary of Dungeons and Magi. So we have not been streaming for a year yet, but we have been playing this campaign for just about a year now. About a year ago is when we decided to take this venture and turn it into something. So we want to thank everybody for being with us. Thank you for everything. Here's to another year, another 5 years, another 10 years, whatever it is. Hopefully a lot longer than that. God willing, and the creek don't rise. So we want to thank everybody again. So if you haven't been here before, this is Behind the Curtain. It's a little free form. We kind of just shoot the shit, answer some questions about things that have happened. The players ask me questions, I ask them questions. We get down to the nitty gritty of everything. And yeah, so I want to do an icebreaker here. So let me look at something. Okay. So, if anybody has heard of F, Marry, Kill,
God.
So we are going to do an F, Marry, Kill.
It's Pam's.
Oh, that's okay.
Why?
So,
Why?
because I think they're hilarious. All right, so Ben.
Oh, why did you have to ask me?
F, Marry, Kill.
Oh, God.
Seth Rogen, Jason Segel, Paul Rudd.
Everybody else think of your answers. You can
What are
Google
my
them if you,
I
you
have
can
no idea
Google
who-
them if you
okay.
have to.
What are my options again?
Seth Rogen, Jason Segel, Paul Rudd.
Oh. Kill Seth Rogen. Marry Paul Rudd, and F Jason Segel.
I gotta agree with you. That's exactly what I would say. I cannot stand Seth Rogen. I hate his
You know
laugh.
what? It's not even that. I don't care about his laugh. I mean, that's whatever. I'm sorry, but eventually there's only so many jokes about weed and other stuff that you can make that it's dull and repetitive, and he just needs new material. And unfortunately, I don't know if anyone's ever seen that one where he's like that mentally unbalanced mall cop or something like that, where it's like I tried watching it, and it was a movie where he actually had no creative hand in the making of it, and he sucked in it. I don't think he's that funny, and I don't really think he has much of an acting range outside of something that he creates where he can make him. He knows where he can push himself to.
All right. Aaron. F. Marry Kill, Seth Rogen, Jason Segel, Paul Rudd.
I gotta agree. Same order. I don't really care for Joe Rogan.
Oh no, it sounded like I heard
Jason Segel?
No, Seth Rogen.
Oh, Seth Rogen.
Yeah, Seth Rogen.
Oh, that was probably just me ringing Chow Bell.
I'm a big fan.
And
I
Lewis.
like
Paul Rudd. I love Paul Rudd.
He is
Paul Rudd's awesome.
Yes.
Yeah, he is very cool.
Okay, Chris. I'm going to leave your wife for last on this. Chris?
I don't know because I don't know who any of these people are. I even looked them up and their faces don't look familiar.
What? You've never seen Pineapple Express?
Nope.
What?
Have you seen Ant-Man?
I've seen Ant-Man.
That's Paul Rudd as Ant-Man.
Hey, he's about the closest one that I've known.
Jason Segel to be...
Jeannie, do you know these people?
I know Seth Rogen. I know Ant-Man.
To be fair, Jason Segel.
The other one I'm kind of drawing a blank
Jason
on.
Segel has very specific movies like, what was it? Yes Man? Is that what it was?
Yeah.
Or where he played the fake best man.
Yeah. Oh, I Love You, Man.
I Love You, Man. He was also, Jason Segel was huge in How I Met Your Mother and all of that.
Yeah, that's right. He was in that.
Okay, so let's go with this then. Let's do one more. Okay. I'm only going to do men here. That way significant others don't kill us.
Thank you. You know what mine will do.
Yeah, but you two are in the same room. It's okay.
Actually, that's probably why I'm alive right now, I'm not somehow getting some death. I probably am getting a death served through the walls.
All right.
It's probably happening right now.
Tom Hanks, Hugh Jackman, Denzel Washington.
Oh God!
I should have known most of those names.
I will say mine. I will say mine. Kill Denzel Washington. F. Tom Hanks, marry Hugh Jackman.
If you can kill Denzel.
I can kill Denzel. He's old now.
Yeah, I gotta agree.
He's old.
I gotta agree, 100%.
I think Denzel Washington's washed up.
Yeah, I would agree too on those.
Yeah.
Does everybody agree?
It's a good selection. It's a good selection.
Hugh Jackman, he's a sexy beast, man.
I love Hugh Jackman. I will die for Hugh Jackman. Okay, so let me substitute this. Tom Hanks, Hugh Jackman, Ryan Reynolds.
Oh, that's not even a competition.
Tom Hanks has got to go there.
I would marry Ryan Reynolds. I would have Tom Hanks and kill Hugh Jackman.
See, I would marry Ryan Reynolds, F Hugh Jackman, and kill Tom Hanks.
Yep, that's what I'm saying. Tom Hanks would have to go. Yeah.
You can't kill Tom Hanks. Why don't you just drown some puppies while you're at it?
Why would you separate two best friends? Hugh Jackman and Ryan Reynolds are best friends. You get the best of both worlds. So, okay. Enough with that. All right. So, if people want to send in their questions, we will answer those. Let's go back 2 weeks to the trial of Sobek. What's up?
I actually had a question at the end of the last stream, the last time I did this towards Van. Can I do that one first?
Sure.
Van, if it came to the life of Akira or the life of the party, which would he probably choose?
I can tell you that one.
I remember this question. I was told to wait.
Well, I mean, he kind of hinted at everything at the trial when Bakura made the choice to change. You know.
When she offered the choice to change, she didn't actually change. She offered.
I know. Well, that's what I said. She offered. She didn't. He will 100% defend her, protect her. So, if he was given a choice, her or the group, in his mind, the group's got to go.
Follow-up question. Who would he choose? Bakura or Syl? Real Syl. We're going not straight Shifter Syl. Real Syl.
We're going for the controversy tonight.
Real Syl? He would choose Real Syl because that's who he knows. Syl was the one that was there for him when no one else was, when he was on the streets running around trying to find a meal, trying to find a hot place, to lay his head down and that kind of thing, and Syl kind of took him in.
Keep in mind, everybody, they're only half brothers.
Yeah,
they're not full brothers.
Right. But even with that being half brother, that's Syl was all the family he had.
Yeah. Let's just say if Van had picked Bakura over Syl, Bakura would have killed Van. Just saying.
Okay, so again, Syl or Van would. If it came down to Van had to eliminate Misery's End to keep the Order of the Raven going, would he do it? Would he choose the Order of the Raven over Misery's End? Now, obviously, now we know that Misery's End is kind of forming into Order of the Raven, and Misery's End is kind of going away, more or less. But if there was a full Order of the Raven, and it was Order of the Raven versus Misery's End, which would he choose?
I mean, Misery's End kind of is the more Order of the Raven.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Now,
putting that aside, right? If that was not the case, in his mindset being what it is now, Misery's End is the second closest thing to a family. I mean, the Ravens, quasi-family, but what made it the family was Syl, So, in his mind, he could create another Raven's Den. He could solicit more recruits, that kind of thing.
Solicitation is illegal.
Well, I mean, everything he does is illegal. So,
it's not. Just so you know, solicitation is not illegal in this world.
So, to be able to replace Misery's End, that's not an easy thing for him to be able to do. So, he would choose Misery's End first.
We're very Van focused tonight, apparently, because.
Apparently.
What would Van do or think if he found out that Syl was behind bringing Zophos back? I'm not saying he is. I'm saying what if. if Syl was the person wanting Zophos to come back.
Aside from being enraged, there would be the initial disappointment and the wanting to know why. And at that point, I think it would be realigning whether or not Syl was a priority in his life.
And would you join him if he asked you? If he swore, if he brought out the blood brother oath that you two formed, would you break that oath?
Yeah.
Oh shit!
Okay.
Yeah.
Damn.
If it came down to destroying the world and nothing being left, I mean, what does that oath mean?
Mm-hmm.
You know, okay, hey, congratulations, brother. We just killed everybody. Now what? You know, kind of thing. So, and like I said, go back to the previous statement. There would be a lot of questioning in regards to Syl and what was he thinking and what's going through his head and why would you align yourself with Zophos and that aspect.
Again, I am not saying that is what is happening.
I'm not saying it's
aliens.
I'm gonna quote another certain person, another character here, Caleb. I'm not saying it's aliens, but it's effing aliens. That's what I'm thinking. You're not saying it, but
Good old doctor.
Is that? Do I owe you? How much do I owe you in royalties and copyright?
Oh, we'll figure that out later.
So, Ben,
I deny everything. You can't prove a thing.
what
I'll be
does
right back, guys. I'm getting
Belvis
seconds.
think about having a daughter?
Belvis is very conflicted right now because despite all the jokes, Belvis did not realize what he had done. So as you, he didn't know. It can't be considered abandonment if he didn't know he had one.
It's not what the
It's
court will say.
okay. It's okay. Atheon and Bakira have adopted her.
That
How'd that
so
work out? How'd that
Belvis
happen?
is going to go to court for back child support and defend himself in court, and it's going to go horribly.
Oh yeah, what could possibly go wrong with that?
Yeah.
Bakira's trial?
Hey, that was rigged. You had a good defense. I would say
By Charlie.
Yeah.
I would say Belvis is very conflicted because he's all rage. He still really hasn't had time to process that, you know, his previous life, everything that he knew and grew up with, it's gone. The one person he had real feelings for is dead, but you know, on one hand, a part of her is still there because he has a daughter now, but it's almost like I don't know what to do at this point because there's just a whole plethora of stuff. What happened?
Welcome to Bakira's world.
Yeah, Belvis is probably starting to understand that, and don't be surprised if Bakira winds up missing a few bottles. So I think it's gonna be very interesting because I mean the way I always envisioned Belvis just wanted he like you said, he wanted adventure. He wanted to prove himself that he wasn't just some nobody from the fish world version of a farm town, and he just kind of zoomed off to prove that he's a hero. So he just didn't mind the consequences, but now he's starting to the consequences of his past actions and his not being attentive to what he had is now literally become incarnate.
Like a child?
Yeah, exactly. So I think I would think Belvis would mature, probably going to mature a little, and maybe I don't think he'll. If anything, I think he might probably be more driven to try and destroy this Zophos, the BBEG, just so that he can finally, at long last, say, I did it, and be done with the adventuring and stuff.
So, Sobek.
Oh, shit.
What are your thoughts, not Sobek's thoughts, on what happened with Auril?
I mean, my thoughts is, my thoughts is he shouldn't have been as hesitant. He should have known, personally, that this group, Mr. Jens, has been with him this entire time, has given him more to work with, more to strive for than his goddess has. I thoroughly believe he should be more open than what he is. That being said, it's hard to portray that because I got to keep in mind how he is, his past, and all that, and that's what drives his decisions.
So, what was the ultimate decision to change him from paladin to a cleric? Because he is, for those that don't know, he is 0% paladin now. He is literally 100% cleric.
The one thing, and I've discussed with you about it, the one thing I figured being more cleric based than paladin now is his oath was tearing him apart. Now that he's realized his god has given him an ultimatum between this and that, him, like me, don't like to be made those choices, so he's going to go with the person that didn't go with the choices, much to his struggle to realize that thing in the end of the trial. But this gave him more. Yes, he still understands her, slightly worships her, but not as much. But he still feels the blessings from her of what there is left. And so, cleric, he wants to be more supportive to his group. He actually wants to now prove himself back to his group. He felt he portrayed them. He feels like he's now a burden. Everyone's going to shun him. Much to what Van did not say. Van was more supportive than I expected any of the characters to be. But it's more for he wants to work his way back into the trust of the group.
What were your thoughts when Auril told you this is the last time she would save you? And she brought you back from the dead.
One, I was thankful I didn't have to make another character.
Yeah.
After revamping Sobek, I was thankful I didn't have to make a character. Honestly, personally, not Sobek's thoughts, my thoughts. I can't wait to see what he does. I don't even know if he realizes what just happened yet. We'll find out next Sunday.
Do you realize what happened?
Me, personally, no. That's why I said we'll find out. It is so much fun to play Sobek because it's hard to tell sometimes between me and him. So I have to take a step back half the time.
Would you like to know what happened, or would you like to wait?
I would like to know, only because I know I'll forget by Sunday.
So, Auril saved you. I told this to Ben, Pam, and my dad, but Auril saved you for the last time. You no longer have Auril's blessing. which means you need to find another god or goddess to get your cleric abilities from. Because as of right now, the second your feet touch the ground after she saved you, you're not even a cleric now. Because you have no divine power to draw from. Because Ariel has turned her back on you.
We can find the yellow pages.
That's why before Van walked away, he told you, "Hey, if you're looking for somebody, I've got an in with somebody."
Right.
Because he heard that statement. This is the last time I'm doing that. Van knows finality, so.
We can find Sobek the Divinity Yellow Pages,
Yeah, right.
Oh man.
I don't know. Actually, I think working with Van with the Wyvern Queen would actually be very interesting for Shellback. That would actually be very interesting.
Yeah, that could be interesting.
What are questions you guys have for me, for each other, for what?
Ooh.
There's a lot that happened that we can unpack. Maybe stuff you missed, stuff you have questions about.
I got one for Van, for Aaron. For how do you think Van is going to feel about Belvis saving him when Belvis just started whipping out wine bottles and be like, "I'll save you, Van."
Well, first of all, he's thankful to be alive and not have to make another character or activate one of my characters, I should say, of the 20-some that are made. Oh yeah. I got pages and pages. And then after that, it was like, you freaking bumbling idiot. It had to be the fish. It had to be the fish. It couldn't have been one of the other ones. It had to be the fish.
If it had been Bakira, you probably would have gotten a better vintage.
Well, that is true. It probably wouldn't have tasted like pocket fish scales.
Question for the three of you now.
I just saw
done that.
If only I had been near Bakira, I probably would have been hilarious trying to do that. I was like, "Got him! Also, you got him!"
It was funny though.
Bakira reaching out and grabbing his throat. No.
What you guys don't know is that was leftover gelatinous ooze.
Oh, outstanding!
Pam's gonna
Great.
be pissed.
Just kidding.
So now we're gonna have a road ooze.
Oh no!
Hell yes!
Could you
Gives
imagine?
new meaning to the.
Could you
Gives new meaning to Mark for Death.
a star spawn ooze?
Oh Lord!
Like an ooze version of Pam?
Oh.
That would be kind of cool though.
Oh, that was.
I mean, so I actually, I'm gonna be fun. I hope we get a chance to have some fun little role playing with Belvis, maybe trying to teach his ward Glagorix, which is no longer Blubber, it's Glagorix, and maybe trying and
sorry for that name, everybody.
It's
so easy to pronounce.
Yeah,
it's still Blubber.
Yeah, it's Blubber. It'd be interesting to like role play, maybe have like a bonding scene with Belvis, with Glagorix and his daughter. Maybe having
if Belvis actually checked in on his daughter.
You know what? Everything kept moving so fast. I didn't have time, and again, he had to make sure just to do. I intended that checkup with Glagorix to just be quick, and next thing you know, he's like a freaking blob just comes out. I love your reactions when his Belvis is just like, "All right, what are we gonna do?" And you're just like, he stares at you emotionless because he's a gelatinous blob.
So, because of Ben and Pam being here, and us being super busy the whole weekend, I didn't have time to write anything. Literally, there was nothing on my sheet. Everything I did off the top of my head on Sunday. I had no fucking idea. I knew I was going to do a mirror universe where you guys were going to fight yourselves. I didn't know how it was going to go. I didn't know anything other than that. Didn't know anything else I was going to do. I kind of let you guys lead it. Who else has a question?
I have a question for these three.
What's up?
How do you feel when Sobek actually rezzed you guys and started healing you just by picking you up by front of your jackets?
That was a little
surprising. Being a cleric.
Yeah. I just imagined Sobek having to just re-resin us, him just being like, just imagine him like this image of it.
Damn it.
Like, yeah, like literally some like burned out ER nurse, like
fucking day as a full-on fucking cleric, and this is what I do.
Dying.
Welcome, hey, Chris. Welcome to being a combat medic.
Yeah,
right.
That's what I imagined. Like just some like trauma nurse, like trying to like, God damn it, another freaking Friday. Damn it.
Pretty much.
Yeah, it didn't matter to Van how he got raised, as long as he got raised. That's all that mattered to him.
How much were you guys shitting in your pants when you came to the realization that you left the cleric for last? And
I
knew
knew
was going to need to res him.
I knew
that myself the entire fucking time.
Like I knew from before I ever attacked Belvis that Van was going to leave the cleric for last.
Which is, I kind of figured that out too, but I just didn't voice it because I was just like, what are we gonna do? We can do this, but at the end we're still gonna have to deal with the mirror Sobek. But I didn't realize we could just grapple them. I was just, we're all a bunch.
We didn't think about it.
No, we didn't, because honestly, we never grapple anybody. I always know if
you overthink it.
Well, yeah. I just was like.
That was the point of this whole thing, was to make you guys overthink the entire thing.
Oh, I didn't overthink anything.
Bakira did try something different than fighting. She sat down.
Yes. I thought that was actually pretty. I was like, okay, oh, that didn't work. I thought that maybe that's.
I was waiting for all of you to sit down and do nothing, and then I was going to have. I was going to have all of them attack one of you.
Oh God!
Yeah.
I couldn't do nothing.
Okay, I got a question. I got a question for you, Cable, and I meant to ask this when I was like in your home. What if we had killed each other? Like, let's say Van, instead of using Reap and Sow on Belvis's mirror, if he had aimed it at actual Belvis, what would have happened? Same result? The mirror disappears, or
all it needed to do was think that you were dead. You could have done like a feigned death kind of thing, and as long as it thought that your heart rate stopped, it would have disappeared.
So if Belvis had tried to use his courtroom antics to convince his mirror that he was dead, it would have worked.
The way that you worked in the courtroom,
no.
I kept looking at this immobilization ability I have now. But then people kept going down, so I go, nope, let's get them up first.
Well, so I purposely did not give you... Clerics have the ability of feign death. So you can make it look like somebody's dead. I purposely didn't give you that ability. Because I knew what was going to happen.
No, there's actually... Let me pull up the ability.
What was I saying? So I was thinking, I thought maybe that the mirror, when I thought of it, I almost thought of it like, it's funny. It made me think about it was a movie that I saw in your house, Caleb, the Pokemon movie, the first one.
Oh yeah.
Where they had to fight the mirror, the Pokemon had to fight the mirror image of themselves. I thought at first, oh, it'll be like that. They'll fight, but they never really, the mirrored parts of us never really, they kind of did, but at the same time they just mirrored.
Because you took the damage already.
Yeah.
So, and it made it easier for me not to have to deal with extra combat, but we still have, what, 2 trials left?
Who else do we have?
Vans.
And Korth.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
And technically Safi.
Oh, yeah.
I have hold monster. That was the thing.
We did Willow, but we didn't do Safi.
We could grandfather that.
So
I'd be interested to see. I know Elliot's not feeling well tonight. I would be interested to see what Safi's trials would be like.
I already know what Safi's trials will be.
The ghost of the old party come back to haunt her. To haunt Safi.
Already know what Vans are. And I'm pretty sure I know what Korths are. Already.
Does it involve a cow pasture?
No.
Oh. He might be
Mountain oysters. Who else?
Oh,
anybody else have questions?
I just know Bakira's in a real headspace now.
You know what we need to do? We need to steal another ship.
Bakira has officially hit over it. Levels of over it.
I think we should steal another ship. I'd be interested to see with this group, our new iteration, because we had the old party steal the ship. I'd be interested in seeing what we do what this new party would do trying to steal a new ship.
Oh no, you guys are landlocked for the rest of the campaign. You're not near any bodies of water.
We'll figure it out.
Don't worry. No, what are you gonna do? Skyships aren't invented yet.
We have a coin.
Yeah, so say we have a coin. We'll go to water.
Oh no, the coin stopped working.
You just don't want us to steal it. You know? Okay, Aaron, you know what to do. We steal a battleship.
What?
I know one thing. We need to recruit more.
Yes.
And we need to definitely make sure we got in contact with Scarlet Brigade.
That's gonna be fun to RP because
Van never disclosed that stuff.
No, you didn't.
What?
Van never disclosed that he contacted Scarlet Brigade.
That
RP is going to be fun because you each get to RP your Scarlet Brigade characters to yourselves.
So epic.
A 3-foot
I'm the only one that doesn't have a Scarlet Brigade character.
So what you're saying is a 3'5" grumpy scarred rabbit ranger is going to RP with a 5'7" Locath fighter.
Yep.
And
then you guys do. I mean, the advantage is you guys are already introduced to one member of the Scarlet Brigade because you fought with Maresh.
Yeah, that's true.
You guys all fought with Maresh, so you didn't know he was a member of Scarlet Brigade. And Maresh now has his memories back.
Oh.
Yeah.
Maresh remembers everything, who he is, what he is, everything now. So when you guys finally meet him, he will be back to King Maresh. Just so everybody knows, before we introduce...
And Bakira will just look at him like, nice.
Before we introduce the Scarlet Brigade to Misery's End, we will be doing another Scarlet Brigade campaign session so that we can kind of conclude what happens with Scarlet Brigade and finding Maresh and all of that.
Yes.
So that way there's continuity.
That's going to be very interesting to see the court of the Scarlet Brigade showing up in the Feywilds at a circus.
Yeah.
There's a couple things for Van to disclose then, huh?
Yeah, you still got to disclose the ravens for everybody. So
Uh-huh. And the untold patron.
Yes, the
Mm-hmm.
who Sill's patron is. That'll be an interesting one.
Yeah, very much so.
That'll shock some people.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
So, what is everybody's favorite magic item that I've created in this campaign?
Oh, mine without a doubt's the Reap and Sow.
Oh, you have no
Oh,
idea.
yeah, it's still the
Without
dagger
a
of the ogre
doubt.
mage.
You haven't even seen what else the Reap and Sow can do.
Oh, you're teasing me now.
Wait till you roll a nat 20 on it.
Oh
I told
Lord.
Ben and Pam what it does.
Oh, nice. Okay.
The only magical item I've had is the Great Axe, which is not on this character.
No, it's not. Remember, you
Oh, that's
lost
right.
all your magic items anyways.
That's
I was
true.
about to say, yeah.
Oh, that's right.
You drew the cards.
Damn cards.
Well, Van's got some extra magic weapons in his bag of holding.
I mean, the only magic item that Bakira has is the it's the pride of the captain's pride armor.
Oh, you guys haven't gone to visit the place in a while. In the chest.
Oh,
Yeah, the chest. Yeah, we need to go do that. We that was one of the places I wanted to go to, but then we got thrown into this trial.
Whose trial did everybody like the best, other than your own?
Bakira's. For me, I like Bakira's.
So far,
Yeah, I would say I'd say Bakira's. Other than the fact that Van was just able to one shot Delvis, So I mean,
yeah,
that was enjoyable.
God damn.
I'd have to say Bakira's too.
Okay.
That was kind of entertaining.
It was very entertaining. It was just fun role playing.
So, do you guys prefer the RP sessions over the combat sessions?
You get more depth with RP.
I like the mix.
Yeah.
I think a healthy mix of combat and RP is needed. In my opinion, because like if you're just in combat all the time, you don't really get to truly develop the characters as a group. Where you have the RP,
agreed.
That's where you get to develop the characters of the group.
I mean, that's where the memories are made. I mean, I guarantee you there's probably combat sessions we've had here that I don't think anybody here can remember every combat session we've had. But you're different. You're the DM. I'm just saying, it's just, yeah. But we all remember the court scene. We all remember, stuff like that. We all
stealing the ship. We remember
the water
black
part.
dragon. Making the deal with the black.
Your boyfriend. That's
black
right.
Dragon.
Your boyfriend's dead.
With the black dragon.
Bakira, how are you dealing with the death of
the only black dragon ever left?
Your former boo.
Well, that makes me wonder something.
She's I will say this. Bakira is kind of over everything.
Seeing
Like seeing the last of her ancestors gone. Nah, she is not okay. Bakira is officially not okay.
You know, it'd be interesting if Bakira like devoted herself to the patron that's against Sobek's patron.
Sobek doesn't
old
have one.
patron. Well,
Yeah.
old patron, old one, and became like a crusader.
Honestly, I've been thinking about that because Bakira actually has a level in Warlock, and I've been thinking, who would her Warlock patron be?
Could be Chantea.
I was thinking because Van, correct me if I'm wrong, but Van said in the courtroom that she was protected because of the Raven Queen.
So.
Correct.
Okay. What if she unknowingly made a deal with a Raven Queen? And that's her Warlock patron.
Well, that's something you would have to RP out and talk to the Raven Queen about.
Yeah,
So
I mean
Raven Queen,
that could
Raven
be
Queen doesn't accept just anybody.
that could be an interesting twist, but she is.
I mean,
she's
but it would make
she's
sense
the only
why...
reason why you're alive, because Van's task was to eliminate you. Yeah, and it wasn't until I had a face-to-face with her and said, you know, what the hell? What am I supposed to do now? What am I supposed to do now?
You know what? I think that's what we need to do is Bakira's like, okay, I have this whole other side to me. I can do eldritch things alongside my werewolf bullshit. Where did this come from?
When in doubt,
Who gave this to me?
Or just
why do I have it?
Or we could just do an RP session of Van introducing both Sobek and Bakira to the Raven Queen.
None of you have really ever seen the Raven Queen. I have not depicted the Raven Queen at all in this campaign.
No, I don't think so.
And I'll be honest, I'll probably use Matt Mercer's version of the Raven Queen because I think the way he depicted it is amazing. Because everybody, the Raven Queen has a semi look, but there's different variations of how each DM does, and I think the way Matt Mercer does the Raven Queen is amazing. What? I'm gonna go down the line. Belvis. What are Belvis's core beliefs?
Ooh. If we're talking from a religious standpoint, he has none. He is pretty agnostic. He's not a disbeliever.
Atheist, or is he agnostic?
Agnostic. He's not, obviously, he's very, well, I would say he's very...
I guess he technically sees the work of other gods.
He definitely sees it, but there's a difference between, I was always taught in this IRL, there's a difference between knowing and believing.
Yes.
Belvis knows, obviously, just from seeing stuff, that there's greater forces at work. Now, does he believe that they're gods? Does he believe in the divinity? No, probably not. It's almost like, to use an example from the actual Bible, when Paul, when he was Saul, literally was on the road to Damascus, and he literally got a face full of blasts from God. And he's like, I believe. And it literally had to take that for him to literally believe and, stop persecuting other Christians. So it would probably be, it would have to be something similar for Belvis to become like, I believe in the fish god. Not really.
All right.
You got frozen solid by an ice goddess.
What?
Yeah, that's true, but that wasn't a good thing. She wasn't trying to be like, believe in me, Belvitz. It's more like, shut the fuck up, fish boy.
Yeah. What are Bakira's core beliefs besides alcohol?
Honestly,
Or does she have any?
she's seen enough. She's seen enough shit to know you don't fuck with gods. Like she knows that they're there. She hot Uriel, and you know what she did? She hid behind Ban. That's her take on gods. They are not to be fucked with, and she wants nothing to do with them.
Ooh, does this
in all
mean,
honesty,
does this
she
mean
just
a
was like,
final,
nope.
Does this mean that I should make a final trial for everybody combined and just throw you inside of a pantheon?
Oh,
Oh god.
Literally
Good.
make you
Do it.
fight gods.
Do it.
In D&D, every god has a stat block, so...
Good.
What are Van's core beliefs?
Poor Bakira would be like, I nope.
Well, obviously his devotion to the Raven Queen.
Murder.
Murder. He is sense of commitment and duty, and then family. So,
What are Sobek's newfound core beliefs?
He puts his faith in his party, but once he literally changed his ultimate goal from just helping the white dragons to helping all the dragons come out. That's what's going to drive him, and since he stood out loud, he's hoping that once he regains the trust of the party, that they will help him do that as well.
Okay. Belvis.
Yep.
What is the biggest mistake Belvis has ever made? Well, besides abandoning his child.
You're never gonna let that happen. Let
No.
that go.
No, it did happen.
So besides not going to law school, you mean?
Yes. Legally blonde over here. Legally Belvis. That's the shirt!
That's right.
That's the shirt, Legally Belvis, and we will literally dress him up like Legally Blonde.
Oh god.
yes.
He's got the little chihuahua and everything. Like, gelatinous cube chihuahua.
Yes, perfect.
Legally Belvis.
Honestly, you almost kind of said it. Belvis's biggest mistake is that he left home. You know, he thought he wanted to have this great life of adventure. He left off and became like a mercenary, a gladiator, and all the while, what was probably would have made him really happy and content was just back home.
Having a family.
Well, yeah, I mean, everybody thinks they know what they want, and then when they go out and try and get it, you realize, this really wasn't what I wanted, and it really took Belvis seeing the burnt out, dried out remnants of his home to realize, oh, I actually had it pretty good.
Bakira. What is the biggest mistake Bakira has made?
Not fishing Dorian.
Okay.
Not what?
Finishing Dorian. Maybe.
Oh, yeah.
That will.
You stole mine.
Maybe that will come back to haunt her in the future. More than it already has.
Yeah, she hasn't forgotten about that little stunt
Dorian
In the
may
courtroom?
make another appearance.
in the courtroom, and she does not believe He's changed.
That wasn't Dorian.
Not with how he was back. Not how driven he was to become Alpha.
That wasn't Dorian in the
Dorian.
courtroom.
Yeah.
That was Korth.
That was Korth.
Yeah.
That was Korth in the courtroom, not Dorian. That was Korth keeping his eye on the trials.
Ooh.
If Bakura finds that out,
we're gonna let that sink in.
If Bakura finds out about that, Korth might be a dead man.
We're gonna let that sink in. Van, what is Van's biggest mistake?
In his mind, right now, there's two: letting Dorian get away that night, and not being there to protect the Ravens.
Sobek.
Sobek's biggest mistake was not putting as much faith in his group that he originally had until he got smacked face first into the realization of how much he should have.
Okay.
Because we'll be honest, he kept himself mostly at a distance with the party for most of this campaign now.
Yeah.
Are there...
You guys were just...
Go ahead.
You guys were just a promise to him by that he'd finish protecting you for Rohan. That was what he originally just thought it at. He didn't need to get close.
Are there any other burning questions that you guys have before we end tonight?
Oof, not really. Not for me, at least. Mostly any questions I have would just be spoilers, and I don't want to hear any spoilers.
Yeah, same.
Sunday is going to be...
I mean...
another set of trials.
Yep.
I'm not going to tell anybody whose it is. I will leave that as a surprise so the 3 people that have trials left can wonder if it's theirs yet. And be unprepared.
And right now you don't have a cleric.
Need to
there's
fix
no cleric right now.
Need to fix that.
Right now, you guys are still in this mirror universe.
Need to fix that!
You guys are still in this mirror universe. Who knows if you'll even be able to make it out of there? Does the coin work in that universe? We don't know.
Guess we'll find out, huh?
Yeah.
So, I want to, again, thank everybody for joining us. Thank you for being here with us through our journey and joining us for this exciting campaign that, September, will be ending in about 9 months. Campaign 1 only has about 9 months left, which goes by quick when you only play once a week. Campaign 2 is going to be absolutely different. Completely different. That's all I'll say.
I can't wait for my character.
I can't wait for Pam to see your character. Because she's
oh boy.
She's good. She's good.
But it's exciting. We've been doing this a year.
by the time campaign 2
God,
happens,
it's already
it'll
been a
be,
year.
by the time campaign 2 happens, we'll have hit 2 years already of doing this. When campaign 2 happens, again, God willing, and the creek don't rise, Ben and Pam will be here. We'll be doing stuff in person. We will have an actual tabletop with minis and all of this. We're going full out for campaign 2. It's going to be an amazing thing. So I'm very excited for it. I've been writing campaign 2 for a little bit now. My plan is when we get towards the end of campaign 1, we are going to make a teaser trailer for campaign 2.
Ooh.
We're going to make an actual teaser trailer for everybody to see. So that'll be exciting. Again, I want to thank our sponsors, thank everybody that has helped us. We do have some more things coming out. Once we hear back from some people, we are going to be revealing our first partner here soon. We're excited for that. With that partner, means that we'll be doing a lot of giveaways. We'll be doing a giveaway once a month and a large giveaway every quarter. Just a reminder that we are doing a September 11th giveaway. If you would like to be entered to win a set of custom dice, comments, never forget. And we will put you in to get that set of dice. It closes on the 17th. We will announce the winner on the 18th live. And join us Sunday for our normal campaign. And yeah, so I want to thank everybody, and join us next time as we close the books, set aside the dice, and pull back the curtains. Good night, everybody.
Nah.